In today's world, things change so fast. Customer demands, global events. Getting inventory right isn't just helpful for success, it's pretty much essential for survival. It really separates the businesses that can adapt and stay strong from the ones that are always, scrambling to keep up. Impacts everything from profit to whether customers trust you.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're mastering inventory optimization, strategies for supply chain and retail success. So we'll explore why it's so crucial, the big challenges involved, and the actual strategies businesses use to make it work. Our goal here is to give you a better sense of how companies juggle all this complexity to keep customers happy and stay profitable. So let's start right at the basics. We hear the term inventory optimization thrown around. But what exactly is it, and why should we, as customers, even care if businesses get this right? What's the real impact?
Well, at its heart, inventory optimization is really the strategic practice of making sure you have the right amount of stuff available exactly when and where people need it. Think of it like conducting an orchestra, trying to get everything in perfect harmony. The main aim, it's finding that sweet spot, that ideal balance, enough stock so customers get what they want, but crucially, not so much that you're drowning in costs. Holding costs, I mean storage, insurance, the risk of things becoming outdated,
Yeah.
even just the cost of the money tied up in that stock.
Right, the hidden costs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the deeper thing is, it lets businesses be agile. It's what allows them to react effectively when, unexpected things happen or jump on sudden market chances. Ultimately, it drives operational efficiency, cuts costs, and builds that customer loyalty. It's all done through really proactive data-driven management. It's not just about the shelf stock, it's what that stock enables.
Okay, that perfect balance sounds amazing, but anyone who's tried to predict, well, anything, knows it's much harder than it sounds. What are some of the really big hurdles businesses run into trying to achieve this ideal state?
You're spot on. It's full of complexities. One of the biggest, most persistent issues is that double-edged sword, overstock and understock. Overstocking just locks up cash that could be used for growth or R&D or just marketing better. Plus, there's a huge risk of things becoming obsolete, especially with fast-moving items like fashion or tech or even seasonal goods. Imagine, unsold Christmas sweaters in April. Dead weight.
Ouch. Yeah.
Then on the other side, understocking stockouts leads straight to those lost sales we mentioned. Customers get frustrated, maybe leave a bad review, and often they don't wait. They just buy from someone else. That hurts brand reputation long term.
So you lose the sale and potentially the customer.
Precisely. Then there's the massive challenge of demand forecasting variability, trying to predict what people will want and when. It's incredibly tough. So many things affected. Seasonality, sudden trends, the economy, what competitors are doing, even like the weather.
Weather.
Oh, yeah. Think about a sudden heat wave driving up demand for air conditioners or fans, or rainy summer hitting sales of outdoor gear. If a business gets the forecast wrong, either too high or too low, it hits their profit and your experience as a customer directly. Very tangible impact.
Makes sense.
And the third big one, something we've all felt recently, is supply chain disruptions. Unforeseen events could be natural disasters, political issues, a key supplier having problems, a pandemic. These can just stop the flow of goods dead in its tracks. That means delays, shortages, and makes it incredibly hard to keep inventory stable and meet demand. Often, the real vulnerability is hidden deeper in the supply chain. Maybe a supplier's supplier has an issue.
A ripple effect.
Exactly. And the company might not even see it coming.
That lack of visibility sounds terrifying for a business. So, okay, if those are the big challenges, it sounds like you need a really strong foundation before you can even begin to optimize. What are the absolute essential building blocks, the things businesses have to get right first?
That's a key point. It's definitely not just one thing, it's a whole system. The core components, the foundations, are really four key areas. First up is demand forecasting. We touched on it, but this is where they use historical data, trends, seasonality, promotions, all sorts of metrics to predict future demand. Getting this accurate is fundamental. It minimizes both stockouts and overstocks. And the thing is, even small improvements in accuracy here can have a huge positive impact on the bottom line. It's often the highest leverage point.
So getting forecasting just a little bit better pays off big time.
Hugely. Second is inventory replenishment. This is the whole process of getting products from storage to where they need to be or getting new stock from suppliers. The goal is timely replenishment. You want to avoid back orders, keep customers happy, fulfill orders quickly. It's always a balancing act, enough stock on hand, but keep it lean and cost-effective.
Yeah.
Third is managing inventory levels. This is about maintaining that optimal amount of stock. Enough to meet expected demand, but minimizing those holding costs we talked about. Too much stock means high storage costs, risk of obsolescence. Too little means lost sales, unhappy customers. Finding that balance is key for cash flow and customer trust. It really dictates how agile a company can be.
Makes sense. And the fourth.
And finally, inventory storage. For any business dealing with physical products, efficient storage is critical. This isn't just about having enough space, it's about how well that space is organized and used. It ensures products are easy to find and access, helps meet delivery promises, and supports growth without costs spiraling out of control. A well-run warehouse is a strategic advantage, not just a cost center.
Gotcha.
And if you look at the big picture, these four aren't separate tasks. They're all interconnected, like pillars holding up the whole strategy. If one weakens, the whole thing gets shaky.
Okay, so those are the pillars. But knowing the theory is one thing. How do businesses actually do it? What are the practical techniques they use day to day? What's in the toolkit?
Right, this is where the rubber meets the road. There are several really effective techniques businesses employ. First, again, is accurate demand forecasting. Its importance can't be overstated. Using historical data, trends, planned promotions, it's foundational. And as the article mentions, advanced tools like Inventory Planner are becoming crucial here. They go beyond simple averages, using more sophisticated algorithms to generate much more precise forecasts, leading to smarter buying.
So better tools for better predictions.
Exactly. Then there's safety stock optimization. This is basically planned buffer inventory. It's that extra bit you keep on hand just in case demand suddenly spikes or a supplier is late. Figuring out the right amount involves looking at things like supplier lead times, how much demand typically fluctuates, and what service level the business wants to offer customers. The goal is to prevent stockouts without tying up too much cash in unnecessary extra inventory. It's like buying insurance against uncertainty.
A calculated buffer. Okay.
Then you have ABC analysis. This is a really smart way to categorize inventory based on its value. A items are usually a small percentage of your total items, but make up a large chunk of your revenue.
The big hitters.
Right. B items are moderately important, and C items are the bulk of your inventory items, but contribute less individually to revenue. The real power of ABC analysis isn't just labeling, it's realizing that messing up an A item is far more damaging than messing up several C items. It helps businesses prioritize their time and effort, focusing tight control on the A's.
Focus where it matters most. I like that.
Precisely. Then there's a more mathematical approach, the optimal order quantity, or EOQ. It's a formula that helps figure out the order size that minimizes your total inventory costs. It does this by balancing the costs of placing an order, processing, shipping against the costs of holding the inventory, storage, insurance, etc.
Okay, so EOQ tells you how much to order.
Yes. And closely related is the reorder point formula. This formula tells you when to place that order. It calculates the specific inventory level that should trigger a new order, considering lead time and demand forecasts, so you don't run out before the new stock arrives.
Got it. How much and when they work together.
They often do, yes,
Yeah.
especially in automated systems. And finally, there's vendor-managed inventory, or VMI. This is quite different. It's a collaborative model where the supplier actually takes responsibility for managing the inventory levels at the customer site. It can boost efficiency, shorten lead times, and really improve the supplier-customer relationship. But it absolutely requires a high level of trust and very clear communication to work well.
That VMI sounds interesting, but needs real partnership. Out of all those techniques, is there one you see businesses maybe overlooking, or one that offers surprising benefits?
I think ABC analysis, honestly. It sounds simple, but many businesses still treat all inventory almost equally. Really focusing resources on managing those vital A items, maybe reviewing them daily, while having simpler rules for C items, can unlock significant profit and efficiency. It forces strategic thinking about risk and value.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, this sounds incredibly complex to manage manually. Spreadsheets and gut feelings probably don't cut it anymore, right? Technology must play a huge role here.
Oh, absolutely. Technology is the enabler. It's the catalyst that makes modern inventory optimization possible, providing the data insights and streamlining everything. You've got inventory planning software. This is specialized software designed to optimize levels using advanced forecasting and replenishment algorithms. It digs into historical sales, seasonality, promotions, all that data we talked about. The key difference, maybe from basic inventory tracking, is the predictive element. Basic systems tell you what you have. Planning software helps predict what you'll need and how to get it efficiently.
So it's like looking ahead, not just in the rearview mirror.
Exactly. Features typically include that advanced forecasting, automated replenishment suggestions, handling multiple warehouses or stores, and crucially, integrating with other systems like ERP, the company's main operational software and e-commerce platforms. Inventory Planner is a good example, Richardson cites.
Okay, planning software. What else?
Then you have inventory management software. This is more about the day-to-day automation and streamlining of inventory tasks. It's the central hub for tracking stock, managing orders, generating reports. Think real-time tracking, often using barcodes or RFID tags for accuracy, automating routine stuff like placing reorders when stock hits that reorder point, tools for stock takes and cycle counts. And again, integration is vital, connecting with CRM systems to understand customer demand patterns, linking with e-commerce sites so online availability is accurate, feeding data to the ERP system.
So you've got the techniques, you've got the tech, but inventory feels like something that's constantly changing. It can't be a set it and forget it deal, can it? How do businesses make sure this keeps working well over time?
You're absolutely right. It's definitely not a one-time fix. Optimization is an ongoing process, a continuous loop. A core best practice is to regularly review and adjust inventory levels. Businesses need to be constantly looking at their sales data, spotting trends, staying agile. They have to tweak stock levels based on shifting demand, seasonality, market changes, whatever's happening. It's about building responsiveness into the system. And again, those planning tools provide the real-time data needed for these ongoing adjustments.
Constant vigilance.
Pretty much. Another vital practice is close collaboration with suppliers. Building strong relationships based on open communication and trust is key. It helps businesses anticipate potential disruptions. If you understand your supplier's production schedule, their lead times, maybe challenges they're facing, you can adjust your own plans proactively. It's about partnership, not just transactions. Shared visibility helps everyone.
Makes sense. Less surprises.
Fewer surprises, exactly. And finally, businesses need to adopt a continuous improvement mindset. Markets change, customer behavior changes, technology evolves, so optimization strategies have to evolve too. This means using the analytics in their systems to regularly check how things are working, pinpointing areas to improve, maybe doing periodic audits, tracking key performance indicators, KPIs, and importantly, getting feedback from the teams actually doing the work. It's about learning and refining constantly.
Always learning, always adapting.
That's the goal, which brings up a really important point. In such a changeable world, how do businesses actually bake resilience into their inventory strategy? How do they prepare for the unexpected?
Yeah, that's the critical question, isn't it? So assuming they manage all this, the techniques, the tech, the continuous improvement, what's the ultimate payoff? What does getting inventory optimization really right actually deliver for a company and for us, the customers?
The benefits are significant and they ripple outwards. Firstly, there's a massive impact on improved cash flow. Remember, excess inventory is just cash sitting on a shelf. Optimizing levels frees up that capital. That gives businesses way more financial flexibility. They can reinvest it in growth, R&D, marketing, or just have a stronger cushion to handle tough times. It unlocks potential.
So it's not just saving costs, it's fueling growth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Secondly, and this is huge for us as customers, enhanced customer satisfaction. Having products consistently available when people want them builds incredible trust and loyalty. It stops those frustrating out-of-stock moments, prevents lost sales, avoids negative reviews. It contributes massively to a positive brand perception. People just rely on you.
That reliability factor is huge.
It really is. And thirdly, increased operational efficiency. Optimization streamlines everything. Less excess stock means lower storage costs, less time spent moving stuff around, reduced risk of products expiring or becoming obsolete. Plus, accurate forecasting and efficient replenishment mean leaner operations overall, making better use of warehouse space and staff time. It just makes the whole engine run smoother, faster, and cheaper.
Wow. Better cash flow, happier customers, smoother operations. It really touches everything. Okay, looking forward then. How do you see inventory optimization evolving, especially with, everything going digital and growing awareness about sustainability?
The future is definitely dynamic. A huge trend is embracing digital transformation. We're seeing a massive shift towards cloud-based systems, real-time analytics, and especially artificial intelligence like machine learning. These tools provide visibility and accuracy that just wasn't possible before. AI, in particular, can analyze vast amounts of data to spot demand patterns or predict supply chain risks that humans might miss entirely. Businesses really need to proactively adopt these tools to stay competitive. It's becoming table stakes.
So AI is becoming a core part of inventory strategy.
Increasingly, yes. And the other major trend you mentioned is the growing importance of sustainability. Environmental and ethical concerns are really influencing consumers and therefore businesses. Sustainability is becoming a key performance indicator in inventory optimization now. Businesses see they need to cut waste and reduce their carbon footprint, partly because it's the right thing to do, partly because customers expect it, and often it actually saves money too.
How does optimization help with sustainability specifically?
In several ways. Accurate forecasting is a big one. It helps prevent overproduction, meaning less unsold stuff potentially ending up as waste. That's huge. Optimizing transport routes, consolidating shipments that cuts fuel use and emissions, choosing eco-friendly packaging, minimizing packaging overall. That helps too. And also making conscious choices about suppliers, picking partners who also prioritize sustainable practices. It's about looking at the environmental impact across the whole chain.
That's fantastic. The idea that being efficient with stock is good for profits and good for the planet. That feels like a really powerful combination. A true win-win. Wow, this has been incredibly insightful. We've gone from the simple frustration of an empty shelf all the way to AI and sustainability. It's so clear that getting this supply and demand balance right is crucial. It's not just about efficiency. It really unlocks profit, keeps customers happy, and as we just heard, can even help build a more sustainable business.
It really is fascinating how interconnected it all is. It's this constant interplay of data, strategy, technology, and collaboration. And it genuinely impacts almost every part of a business, right down to its environmental footprint.
So maybe the next time you walk into a store and see exactly what you wanted right there on the shelf. Or, yes, maybe you face that annoying sold out sign again. Perhaps you'll think about that invisible, complex dance of data and decisions happening constantly behind the scenes, and it might make you wonder, what hidden processes in your own life, or maybe your own work, could use a little bit of optimization?